All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. I'm going to have to figure out what episode this is. I haven't been doing the episode numbers. I bet it's up there. So, today it's about here we are, December 5th, 2025. Seems like yesterday we were just doing January 1st. And it's time for setting goals. And the biggest goal you could set is who are you going to become? Jim Rohn would say, set a goal so big that you will be proud of the person you become when you achieve it. If you are sitting in a state right now where you feel less than, you feel lack, you feel you're limited, you can't do what you want, when you want, with who you want, for how long you want, wherever you want, right? That's the criteria of freedom. You can do what you want, where you want, for as long as you want, with whoever you want, right? So if you're stuck, if you've got a little lack in your life, and that lack is fill in the blank, emotional, financial, it's because this is who you've chosen the identity of. Your business model can pay you effortlessly. Most of you I know are in a business model that you can be paid effortlessly by your company, by your skills, by your talents. The biggest problem is you are sitting with an identity that has you stuck where you are. And that's the biggest challenge. And that's why most people look outside for solutions and not inside for the solutions. So I would encourage you to begin to do some self-introspection, right? The 116 questions from the Purpose Code. Those are powerful questions. Those will get you working at a level you never thought possible. Those will get you asking questions you never thought possible. And what's most important to do while you're asking those questions is to set the state, right? Before you go to answer questions, you gotta confirm a couple of things for yourself. If somebody asks you, what's your why? Right? In network marketing, we get asked all the time. People ask all the time, what's your why? And you've got to ask yourself a question first. Why does that matter to me? Why, if I find my why, what's the benefit? Have you ever asked yourself that? If I find my why, what's the benefit? Because when you set your intention as to why you would answer the why question, you'd be amazed at how you look at things differently. This is literally, it's not about doing certain things. It's about doing things in a certain way, right? Wallace D. Wattles. How much do you believe in you? Now, the part of you that sets the goal has 100% belief in your ability to do it. Otherwise, you couldn't set it. God's got a sense of humor. She's not mean. What I mean by that, I don't believe we were created as a miracle to be able to think of something we could never do. Oh, it may be the most difficult, challenging thing we ever wanted to do, right? Before you ever went skydiving, maybe you dreamed of skydiving. Maybe you thought, man, one day that would be cool. And you did it, right? It fit your budget. It fit your time. It fit your fear level. You did it. Congratulations. You wanted to go hiking. You wanted to travel internationally. Everything that happens through you happens in your mind first. All the good, all the not so good. So as you sit in this moment, and you reflect on who you are, the identity, how would you describe you? How would others describe you? Where's the differential? What's the delta between how they see you and how you see you? Personal belief. They personally believe you are better than what you're doing. Your personal belief says you're not as good as who you are. So that's my kind of monologue for this morning. What is your intention before you go do anything? Right? What is your intention? I tried something new with my coffee this morning. So my intention is to, do I taste it? Will I feel it? What is the difference before I take a sip? Right? So there's a couple of things that, as I do most things, I'm asking, what's the purpose? Biggest reason I do that is to keep myself out of habitual actions. Habitual actions. When you go to pick up your phone, because you're sitting in an office somewhere, you've got 5 seconds of free time. The question you then ask yourself is, why am I picking up my phone? What's the benefit? How am I going to leave my legacy through the act of picking up my phone? You start to ask those questions. Every action you are about to take. What was your intention for coming here other than habitual action? What's your intention? What do you want more of? What do you want less of? When you make a decision to have more of something and less of something else, funny how the universe will give you opportunities to make that happen. Period. End of story. So what's next? What's next for you? What's next in this process? What's next in your programming or unprogramming? And that's the biggest challenge, right? We have all of these habits. We have habits for wealth. We have habits for belief. We have habits for relationships. We have habits for fill in the blanks. And it's your habits that have you exactly where you are. I don't know if your habits have you stuck. I don't know if your habits have you in a level of familiarity. I can promise you where you're about to go. If you decide you are going to have everything you can think about and dream about, it'll be the most uncomfortable 18 months, 2 years of your life. Most people aren't willing to do that. Most people are not willing because nobody tells them it's going to be that long. Nobody says, hey, listen, if you start today, you got about 2 years of chipping away what's not you. And if you do it on your own, it'll take a lot longer, like it did for me, almost 12 years for the breakthrough. I didn't know I could ask for help. I was never taught to ask for help. I was taught to figure it out. And most people, and figuring it out's okay. I've figured out a lot of things over the course of that time. It makes me own it a lot better. It makes it easier for me to not be offended by people who don't choose to live their life to their fullest. There was another year where I had to overcome the idea that I felt like I was letting people down because I didn't help them get their goals. I didn't push them to the extreme. I didn't walk them down their path of success. My father-in-law would say, you can't ride 2 horses with 1 ass. Pretty Southern thing to say. I didn't know that phrase when I was beating myself to death, running down this path to catch up with you, to take you another step farther, than running back your path and down another path to somebody else and back and down another path. I was in exhaustion, mentally, physically, emotionally, until until I realized I could ask you questions no matter where you're at for you to have more of what you want, less of what you don't. If you set a goal and don't get it, you're the only one at fault. Not your comp plan, not your business model, not your income model, not your supervisor. Nothing is to blame for your lack. You're in the land of abundance. You're in a time of abundance. We're in a time in the history of the world, the entire history of the world. You have more available to you now than any kings or queens of the highest royalty of just 400 years ago. You have more access to information, to leadership, to skills, to talent. You're more educated. You're more well-rounded. You have more access to the things they were seeking: leverage, communications, connections. You have it hold in your hand more technology than the lunar landing that first landed on the moon. In your hand, you have more technology. So how are we still stuck? It's the stories we're told. It's the stories we're fed through social media. It's the programming. That's why it's called TV programming, because we're programmed. And the funny thing is the mind is easily programmed. And you've been programmed to have more of what you don't want, thinking that as long as you keep wanting more of what you want and not getting it, you won't have to explain yourself to anybody. You won't have to explain your success. Nobody's going to ask you, how did you do it? Because you won't know. In the beginning, you won't know. You won't know. How'd you do that? Jeez, I don't know. You won't believe what happened. That's how we express it. That's how we get away with it. You won't believe what happened. Okay, then I don't have to really pay attention to the strategy you used, because I won't believe it. You're telling me I won't believe it. Well, what you're really saying is you don't believe it. So there you go. Questions, comments, thoughts. Good morning, everybody. Hey, good morning, AJ.
Hey, good morning. How's it going, Chief?
Outstanding.
Outstanding. You see, I got my
Oh yeah,
got my
there you
thing.
go.
Where's your thing, partner?
It's 26 degrees out. So what is that? -3, -4?
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, huh?
Yeah.
And didn't you say that you guys had some campers out there the other day?
Oh yeah, they were out for Thanksgiving. There was 10 of them here.
Was it minus whatever?
No, it got down to zero. It got down to 1 degree, 2 degrees at night, but during the day it was probably 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so not too bad.
All right, all right, all righty. You know what? I sent a message in the group chat. I'm not sure if you saw that or not.
You when you were
Throw
a baby.
oh, Throwback Friday, man. What
Ooh,
the hell? What the hell? What
wow.
was going on? Well, what was Lord knows what was going on back then.
And that was that picture, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you in the group chat. Um, that was that that energy, that frequency that you see in that picture was unbendable.
oh yeah,
It was piss and vinegar and all the things boys are made out of, right? Puppy tails and or no, snails and puppy tails and all of those things. It was a head-on. Let me tell you what's happening here, mister. I'm like, cool, this will be awesome. Let's see how that works.
didn't work out.
It did. And look, we're here.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I know.
It's yeah, it was pretty. Oh, it was pretty intense back in the day. I
It
remember.
was very intense.
Yeah, but this is the perfect time to use the word but. I mean, just these two mountains of personas up there, with you and Rhonda, and you guys handled the
Mhm.
C4 package pretty well, I think.
Yep.
Because that guy was that guy had a freaking 4 pounds of C4 strapped to his chest, I think.
A conveyor belt of C4.
Enough to ruin like 5 city blocks, I think.
That's right. Over and over and over and over.
Yeah, jeez, huh? Supersonic. All right. I want to say so. Yesterday, I spent a little bit of time revisiting the conversation we had the other day. I downloaded the files and I kept watching and rewatching the video, and certain things popped up
Hmm.
because I know you say every time you're looking at a lesson, it's not the same person, or just revisiting the material, revisiting the lecture,
Yep.
you're not the same person. And I said, okay, well, I know this, by the way. I would love that people in the group do have the same experience as well. I know this for myself that as time goes on, when I go back and I read my journal entries, when I go back and re-listen to lectures, revisit some material that you shared, it has a totally different meaning, totally different, deeper, more profound understanding of things. And what happened was yesterday, as I was looking through the material we went together, a thing popped into my mind that I feel sometimes, I feel like that sometimes. It's this feeling. I'm going to try to describe it the best way I can. And I know that you'll understand anyway because of how your mind works. It's as if I'm during the day, let's say a typical day, I would be all of a sudden, nothing really happened, nothing really, nobody died or whatever. I would just feel so low. I just have this burst of low energy, to put it that way. This emptiness inside. And then again, maybe 20 minutes later, again, all of a sudden, nobody gave me $1 million check or whatever. I just get this surges upon surges of energy. And it's like this, it's like I'm on this roller coaster every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I notice that as well, on top of that, I sometimes feel throughout the day as if I'm always on the lookout to trying to manage myself.
Hmm.
It's as if so this good so this just got downloaded. It's as if I'm playing the lottery with myself every day in terms of how am I gonna feel when I wake up, how am I gonna feel if I go to the gym, if I don't go to the gym, if I do this, if I don't do that, if I do that or do this instead of that, and whatever it sums up into this statement, I'd say, that it literally feels as if I'm playing lottery with myself.
Sure.
And I'm trying to get your juice to
So now
understand what this is.
I want, because this just got dropped in my lap, the description of it, of how to explain it back. And the only thing I could hear was the lessons you've taught. You ready? Hang on. You ready? Breathing, higher highs, higher lows.
Okay.
Right? Your highs are higher and your lows are higher lows. So what does that mean? If in trading, you talk to me about, well, what's it doing? I don't know. It's closing it at, well, is it a higher low or is it a higher high? Well, it's both. It's higher highs and higher lows. If we were to look at if that pattern continues to repeat, is it in a breakout? Is it in a growth? Is it going to, if it's higher highs and higher lows, is it a bullish or a bearish? So you've got to look at, right? You got the bull on, you're in currently a bullish trend of these lows that you think are super lows. The fact that you're aware of the low means it's got to be a higher low than you've ever had, because the older lows were so programmed into you. You used to be so agitated and frustrated. You can giggle about your low lows now. They're higher lows than you've ever had. Your lows are higher than your highest highs used to be. So if you were trending this, if you were candling your energies, and you look at December, your low is here. but your high in January was way down here. Your low is higher than your highest high used to be. What would that market be called? What would you be? When would be the time for you to enter into this market?
On the bounce back.
Okay. So that's when you have your low, your high low, and you're going to bounce back into it. Now, the question is that do you do an impulse buy or have you tracked it? Most people are, this is so great. This is so awesome. I love that I get to use this language.
Can y'all believe this guy? This guy is freaking crazy.
Right? When I was using Thinkorswim. So Charles Schwab has their own trading platform called Thinkorswim, right? And I was using it and I had set up an account because we have a Schwab account. That's where some of our investments are. And I was able to put money over there, blah, blah, blah. What a pain in the ass to try to put money out of your own account into a trading account. You got to do all of this paperwork. And then I'm looking at it and you taught me you got to wait till it closes. You got to wait till that segment, that 15-minute, 30-minute, you got to wait till whatever it is closes and starts the new clock. Talking to customer service over there and I said, how do I add a clock to my chart view? Oh, we don't have a countdown clock. We don't have a timer. I'm like, oh, what? So you don't have anybody in the scalping mode that wants to create income here that you're supposed to be showing me how to leverage and you're leveraging the stock market and the trending and the trades. You don't have a countdown clock for me to pay attention. So I literally had to have my trading view open, watching the countdown clock to see if the delay of time, how much delay of time was when everybody wanted to do a recap, a retracement, right? So if it went up, they're going to sell. Everybody's going to collect their profits in the first minute. And so they sell and it drops down and you can buy, right? So all of this stuff. My point is that look for your bounce back. Use your technology, use your skills, use your 7 years of experience to now track it. Listen, I use my farm stuff. That's why you hear me tell farm stories. I use my farm stories to track my own success, to track where I'm at, because I can speak farm language. I can speak this stuff. So I love that because it just hit me, and the version of me that I don't know which one, whether it was the mentor version in me or the trading version in me, just kind of giggled and went, it literally, I heard it in my ear go, tell him about lower highs and higher highs. I'm like, oh, he's gonna be pissed.
This guy. Can y'all believe this guy?
And then the impulse, right? Most people are, oh, I'm gonna do that. You didn't wait for the clock to end. Because every time we make, here's what I know in the nanosecond that I've been trading, it's the funniest thing to watch. Everything goes down, goes down, goes down, goes down, 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 bear, 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 bear. It switches. Up a little bit, up a little bit. Oh, I'm in. That's probably not the time to get in because if the candles are wrong, the indicators are wrong, the tail is wrong, you're about to lose it. You're about to lose it, Skippy.
You're about to tell Michelle,
yeah,
turns out we don't have the property.
Right. We got to sell all of the sheep and one kidney.
Both. I mean, like one kidney each. Jeez.
And mine's going to get taken out black market so we could get higher money. So I got to go to, I don't know, Somalia or somewhere. No anesthesia.
Yeah, she's going to go proper channels.
That's right. So does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. And another thing that you said the other day, it was during the DA when you said out of the 365 days in a year,
yep,
you only have one of December 3rd, December 4th, 5th, and so on. And then I used that analogy to go about some stuff in my life. Again, taught by how, for example, people live in the United States, where it's pretty common that a family lives scattered all across the United States. Is this true, or did they just make it for the movies? This is true.
That trend hasn't changed.
Yeah. So
if there's Americans who have a very strong ethnicity who stay close. But if they don't have, if they're not first generation, maybe second, third generation, they're scattered.
Yeah.
First and
I
second
was thinking about
generation
that.
stay close.
I was thinking about that for this reason, because you said that you only have, let's say, another 70 December 5th in your life, for 20 or 30 or 50
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
Yep.
And I was thinking about, again, adding to what you said to me during our 101, which is there is no distortion in signal if you think about how does not doing something affect someone else, and how you disappoint someone else, not you.
Right.
Because for you, you may just be comfortable or uncomfortable, but not really. So you don't move, right? You just stay put. And then if you shift the blame, so to speak, or shift the disappointment to somebody else, now it's a bigger issue. And I thought about that. And then since my dad came for lunch at the lake yesterday, when I walked him off, I thought, gosh, man, I need to see my family more, because I started thinking about I don't get to have another 20 or 30 or 40 years with them if I see him once every 2 weeks. I get another, what, 100 times to see him,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so all of these little things that we talk about, they're starting to kind of, they're starting to mingle in the back of my mind.
You're starting to
They're having a,
recognize the you're starting to recognize the trends. You can read the candles.
oh, those guys are having a fiesta back in there somewhere. I mean, they guys are having, they're having a blast. So I don't know if to say thank you for that, because some of these things are huge to become aware of that. And then I also noticed that I this is what I love. When you ask what did you learn, what you like, this is what I love, is that the more we go on this journey this year, next year, and the God willing, the years that follow, is that I can talk shop more and more with you. And slowly but surely, I get to feel that you have to dumb things down less and less when you speak with me, right? Because we can talk proper shop. And this goes back to the conversation I had with a buddy of mine last night. We talked about some business related stuff, and I told him how I liked America and how I like people in there, and the business opportunities and everything. And he said, "Yeah, man, screw that. I've been there. I came back. It's not really, whatever. Serbia is the best and whatnot." And I said, I don't see it that way, because I know that the big money in here, you can only get it through one or two ways. And that's it. That's the end of it. And then he started, you know, uh, throwing shiitake out there at my ideas. And I said, hold on a second. We're not even talking about the same thing. And he said, what do you mean? And I go, you're talking about $150,000 a year. I'm talking about $150 million a year. And he goes, are you nuts? And I said, yeah, thank you.
Thanks for
This,
recognizing it. I didn't think it was
this
showing.
man, this girl I'm seeing right now, she tells me I'm not normal, because that's just the language in Serbia.
Yep.
Uh, Nobody's gonna say that you're nuts like in English. They're gonna say you're not normal.
Right.
And I said that's one of the best things that I get to hear these days, that I'm not, because I don't want to be normal or whatever that means. So again, it's even these little awarenesses of who you can talk shop with and who you cannot talk shop with,
Yep.
despite the fact that, for example, this guy earns money, he just got a child this year, he's hungry for it, he wants to work for it. He is still on 150 a year, thousand. I'm talking about million.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Ah, man, you're nuts." And I said, "Okay, whatever. All right."
And it's funny how
So,
fast they disregard their own dreams.
oh yeah. So, yeah. Thank you for that.
So
For the work we
here's
do.
something I want you. Here's shop talk. You said you sometimes feel like I'm dumbing it down. Just like when you listen to the to the one-on-one recording a couple of times over, you heard different things. So I don't want you to think that you're inadequate, right? Because if I'm dumbing it down, it's I'm not enough and you're smarter and I'm not. You're here. Listen, there's 26 letters in the alphabet, everybody. I'm going to say the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Where's my Think and Grow Rich book? Right? 57 times I've read this book and I get something out of it different every time. The words in it didn't change. I changed. So what I want you to hear is that as you gather more things, you're opening up your awareness to what already exists. See, I wasn't even part of the call when you re-listen to it, right? I wasn't. My living energy wasn't. My legacy energy was. And if you could listen, lady, this just came to me, so I'm going to see if I can put it into words. The dreams you have that are on hold, that are in the distance, every dream that you have that is still viable, you are constantly and continuously seeking a way to arrive at that destination. When you read this book or any book, the Bible, Far Side, the cartoon, whatever it is, when you read it and get something else out of it, it's because the thing that has the words has the legacy built in. What I mean by that is this is $150 million a year book. Where's my Science of Getting Rich? Here. This is $150 million a year book. When you study these, you could be at 300 million a year. So my point is that anytime you read a book that's worth reading again, the Bible, Think and Grow Rich, Science of Getting Rich, Millionaire Next Door, and Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting by Lynn Grabhorn. Any of these books, as you consume them again, the book has never dumbed itself down. You are continuing to increase your awareness. Does that make sense? So we have a language skill that says, you got to dumb it down because I'm not enough. If you switch that and say, I love our conversations because I am going at an exponential level, because when I say the same words over again, your vibration, your frequency, your energy, there's a deeper understanding of it. And in that deeper understanding, you learn how to apply it. That's all. The secrets are in here. It says no fewer than 100 times is the secret to success been revealed in these pages. Your job is to be ready to receive it. And when you're ready to receive it, stop, turn down a drink when you feel it, when you receive it, because your life will never be the same. Because now you get to apply the secrets that have always been in here since 1939. You get to apply the secrets that have been in the Bible for over 2,000 years. Why don't we apply the secrets? Because we have to shift the way we look at it. What are we going to do? If I use the information in here, I'm going to be different. That's the only thing we have to become aware of. How fast can I be comfortable with different, which is stepping into the unknown and uncertain. So you have to give up certain.
Can't hear you, Sean.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
That's interesting. Your audio goes silent.
Isn't it funny when it does that? So the key is that I don't know at what point it kicked out. The summary of it is that we become who we dream about based upon our ability to deal with indifference, to deal with distraction, to deal with other people being uncomfortable. The only place we can go to arrive at our next dream is uncertainty and uncertainty, significance, uncertainty, and not being the center of attention, right? Stepping into the unknown, being uncertain, not being the smartest one in the room. Because if you live in certainty and significance, your life will be in pain. And right now, if you are lacking in any area of your life, that is pain. And when you identify that as pain, you need to take a prescription. You need to do something to offset that pain. Different activity, different action, and it's in the microsecond of a habitual action that causes us to stay stuck. How many of you woke up, got out of your bed differently, consciously got out of your bed differently than you did yesterday? How many of you drank your coffee differently than you did yesterday? And I'm not saying you got to drink if you have a formula, if you have a recipe for your coffee, I'm not saying change the recipe. What I'm saying is did you pour the milk in? If you use cream, did you pour it in with your opposite non-dominant hand? If you use stevia, instead of where the writing is vertical, did you consciously turn the packet upside down and open it up from the bottom side of the packet? If you're not doing these little things to consciously be aware of different can't show up in your life. You're not prepared for different. Oh, well, that doesn't make a difference. You're right. I'm rich. Let's move on. And has nothing to do with money. It's that the secret isn't in some major manifestation of a skill or a talent. It's about doing things habitually, continuously, until they become the frequency of advancement. If you didn't advance in drinking your water this morning, so drink your water, spin the cup before you drink it, become conscious of what you're doing. You'll have all of these distractions fade away. The reason that we get so stuck, we get so lost, is because we are in such a habitual format. How many of you have driven home and not known how can remember how you got home? Oh my God, I'm home. I remember bits and pieces of it, but I wasn't aware. I was daydreaming about other stuff. I'm telling you, it's required to stop the day nightmaring and truly start to enter into the dream called your now presence, so that you can finally choose misery or joy. And then watch your trading, higher highs, higher lows, stop the impulse purchase.
Yes, man, this person. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nailed it.
Welcome. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's because you understand the shop talk, right? Most people who, if anybody hadn't done trading, they don't know what a lower low and a higher high is, or a higher low and a lower high. Right? Most people, right? So wouldn't you say most people are operating with lower highs over the course of their life, thinking it's a high? Oh my God, I'm at this high. It's a lower high than you had last year. What are you talking about? That's not a high. That's a lower high. That's a low low. And when you start expressing it in that fashion, it's like, well, there's a way to get trend there too. So anyways, love it, love it, love it.
Hey, I really liked that analogy of the trading because what it made me think about is a real trader has the emotional discipline to not attach to what the market is doing. You just stick to your plan.
Yep.
And even with the highs and the lows that we go through, that the market goes through as well, that's what makes the market the market. That's what makes life life. Like, it's completely inevitable.
Yeah, it's breathing.
Yeah.
And it's a cycle. And then there's consolidation. The challenge is that you can't buy in institutionally. You can do it, but we're not institutions. We can't affect the market.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's consolidating, we just got to sit and wait. You know what happens? Most people's lives are 40 years of consolidation.
Unfortunately.
And then they go, why nothing happens for me? And you're in the same market, and yet you're having high highs, and you're making money from new low lows, and you're able to see the trend, and you're able to make money in both directions.
So
and
true.
They're consolidating, and like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great analogy, honestly.
Yeah. So you delaying from Monday to Wednesday was consolidation.
Hey.
I love you.
No one said to bring that up.
I love you. Here's the neat thing. It was 3 days, not 30 years.
Yeah.
And you got to be happy about that. See if we can, if all we had, if you zoomed in and you scrolled in and you took the money amount transition, right? Trading, listen, trading the dollar versus euro, you're talking micro pennies. You're talking 1,000 units gets you 16 cents at 2 pips. It's like, oh my God, I have to do 10,000 units. And that's not even in consolidation. I got to do 10,000 units of euro versus dollar because of the 1.16154 and then the number up on top. So now you go to gold, which is volatile. You can make some money in a handful of pips.
Yeah, or crypto.
Right? So the question then is, what are you trading? Are you trading euro versus dollar where it's insignificant, the volume that's happening? Or are you getting into where the volume is you being exposed, you being put out there into the future, you being put out there into the moment? I would encourage people to stop trading things that have no volume. Because you can't make any
value.
money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
and thinking we're doing something when there's not much.
Yeah, because putting new sheets on our bed is busy, but man, I don't know what the hell. I don't know why I didn't make any money today. I was so busy today.
Yeah.
You weren't in IPAs.
What's that?
Income producing activities.
Okay.
You were busy, but there's no way, unless you're going to be a cleaner, unless you're going to be a housekeeper, you don't get paid to change the sheets.
Yeah. That's true.
Yep. So listen, you don't get paid to produce content until somebody sees it.
Or until you start producing the right type of content.
Well,
that gets
but even having people see the bad stuff is better than them not seeing any stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you go back to my first years of my more daily awakening, some of them are horrible. But they were the best I had at the time. But they weren't so good.
Yeah, something is better than nothing.
Yes,
always, because that's how you get better.
Is the new perfect.
Yeah, that's the mantra.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love your smile. I'm glad to see it's back.
Thank you.
I'm glad to see it's back on you, because I'm excited about when you are in that energy and those dimples have your whole cheek. It's just in this highest energy. And it's a great frequency. It warms my heart. And most people, when they see you, you look beautiful. That's a cute smile. She's got dimples. It changes the frequency of everybody who gets to see you.
Oh, thank you. I'm
just saying it does. It has to. It can't not. Right? When AJ starts looking away and laughing because I'm.
I can't hear you. I think your microphone.
I love it how it goes out. How cool is that it goes out? I was giggling saying AJ loves when I learn the 4 words that I learned in trading that I get to trade him with. He goes, you only know 4 words and you can kick my butt with it. Yes, I am.
No, that was good. That was, you know what you're talking about. I was pretty impressed.
I am a ninja master when it comes to telling a story. I don't know trading. I know stories. And I can tell stories based on language. And that when you guys learn storytelling, it hurts or it laughs. You laugh. One of us will always be giggling. Most of the time, hopefully most of the time, both of us.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you tons. Thank you for being an amazing soul. And Selena is doing a detox on dopamine. It's a cool topic she's doing to help us.
Starting Monday, if anyone wants to join.
Just reach out to her.
Yeah.
It's $1,000, but she's doing something special. She's doing something. She like, oh my God, why did you do that to me? It's $1,000 program to help you detox from dopamine, needing that rush, needing that adrenaline, right? It's cheaper than a 27-day program at, the 7th floor at the hospital. and she's doing something special as her gift to help you launch the new year. Kind of donation based, which is kind of cool. So yeah, reach out to her, ask her for more. That'd be cool. I'm sure
Yes.
you'll love it. It'll be amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's a raggedy. Anyone else? Thoughts,
Hello.
comments, questions, takeaways with you as we step into the weekend?
Hey,
And
good
just
morning.
quickly before someone. Oh, okay.
Go-
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Michael.
Oh, hey, real quick, just
Yes.
some big takeaways from
Yep.
this morning.
Yep.
Right. So last night when I texted you, right, I had pretty
Love you,
low confidence.
Zalika. OG Zalika's in the house. Go ahead, Michael.
So last night I like how you do this. That you don't answer us when someone reaches out in like victim mode, and basically it gives you time to come to the call, and basically you generate your own solutions, right? So the solutions I came up with last night, since I was like not confident, was just the habitual, right? That's the biggest thing. Like, here, one sec. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I was just in that area, but the biggest takeaways I got was just the habitual. For example, like 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is habitually a hard part of the day for me, right? That's where my thoughts they start going a little haywire when I'm on the phones. And so it's just because I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. So that was the big takeaway, was just like, okay, I'm like, what's like the intention behind me like actually making a phone call today, right? And then I was thinking like, okay, like, things aren't going too well. What would Sean do? So I started sending out messages of gratitude to my family. And that was a huge help as well. And so, yeah, I was just going to say, like, everything that you teach, it's just good to know that, okay, like, what would Sean do in this situation? You do it, and all of a sudden you start getting a little bit of confidence back. So I hope that made sense.
Yes. Hold on. You guys have heard me say this before. I'm just looking for his name because I can't remember it off the top. The general from Transformers, Glenn Morshower. So the general in Transformers, who's the military general, his name is Glenn Morshower. He was also in 24, and he's done probably 100 and, well, now probably closer to 200 different roles in Hollywood. But one of the things he did was he said, I decided to not go become an auditioner in Hollywood. I went to become an actor. And so he talked to some of his friends, he talked to a mentor, and one of the things that on the first role that he went to go audition for, he filled his shoes with maple syrup. Why would he do that? He filled his shoes with maple syrup. Listen, I've sat and had conversations with Glenn Morshower. He's in a mastermind. He's a friend of Kyle Wilson's, or became a friend through a variety of connections. But he's done a lot of conversations coming to our mastermind digitally, and because he did some things. And anyways, long story short, a half dozen conversations with Glenn Morshower. And when he tells his stories, another time, right? So Michael, you could do this one tomorrow on Monday. He would put a piece of bologna in his butt crack.
That's crazy.
He's a very successful actor. You have to ask yourself, why would you do that? Because if you got bologna in your butt crack, you're not worried about a whole lot of other things.
No.
Right? He would fill his shoes with maple syrup, and people are like, what is that? He says, well, my shoes are filled with maple syrup. They're like, why? He said, because I didn't want to be focused on what I couldn't do. I needed to be focused on how I could deal with the situation. So it made him present. All this is about is making you present. When 2 o'clock comes, It is not the Michael of 2 o'clock of December 5th. It's the Michael of every day prior that had a crappy 2 o'clock experience. And and at 12 o'clock, I would start saying, hey, listen, 2 o'clock gremlin, you can sit your ass down. I'm sending you a note to go to the principal's office, and start saying that out loud and start laughing. Give yourself 2 hours of giggling at giving your 2 o'clock gremlin a note to go. They got to go to the principal's office. They can't be in your body at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's all about our stories. It's all about the stories we're telling. And that's called self-talk. It's called mental toughness. It's called addiction to approval. I wonder if you only knew somebody who taught that stuff.
You do.
So now the question is, at 12 o'clock, what are you going to start doing? What time do you normally take your jacket off?
Little later. It's around 1 or 2, 1 p.m. Let's say.
Oh, wow. So that's the start of your downfall.
Yeah, it just gets really hot. I'm by the window in this Miami sun.
Oh, so the heat bothers you.
It does, yeah.
So if that bothers you, now you've got a story about, oh my God, I'm by the window. When am I going to get an office, a chair, a cubicle, and not by the window? And you start this building up of the heat, and that's what causes your sales to go down. I'm serious. It's if that's what came up, that's your subconscious saying, okay, well, here's the excuse I'm using, but I'm not going to say it's an excuse. Funny how I asked you, when do you take your jacket off? And it's right before the problems start. Well, it can't be that. Okay. Let me know how that works out today.
It very well could be.
Not very well could be. It is, brother. You are losing you're taking it off because you're hot, but there's a part of you that loves to be dressed up. I love to be dressed up. I love to be in a tux. I also love to be in ripped work jeans too. When I get dressed up, I want to look sharp. And when you take your jacket off, you lose a part of your identity. So what you might say today is, when I take my jacket off, I would take your jacket off in a different place. Go take it off where it's cool. Don't take it off because you're hot. Go into the hallway, go into the break room, and take your jacket off and come back with it over your shoulder, right? You're holding the fingers like in the movies. You got it swung over your shoulder, and you walk back and you take it and put it on your chair or on your coat rack or wherever you got that you put it. But you don't take it off because I'm hot. You take it off because I'm ready to heat things up, baby.
Yeah.
Change the way you look at things.
I can do that. That's definitely a possibility.
Now, doesn't it feel different?
Yeah, because that's going to translate to a lot of other things. Like, for example, just the way I operate. Like, I know I'm so habitual, and just how I call my list. Right, yep. I know it's habitual. That's all it is, and that's why it's the same thoughts over and over. So, I mean, that's the secret. Like, we've talked about this plenty of times before.
And what'll happen is one day you'll use the secret that you know, and you'll be like, are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? So maybe what you do, one of the things in public speaking, right? And one of the things that you learn with professional public speaking is, if you're going to change your appearance, never do it without asking permission from the audience. There's people who take their jacket off. There's people who sit down, and there's a resistance in the audience because now I've got to look at you sitting down. You didn't ask me if you sit down. You didn't ask me if you could take your jacket off. So one of the things that you might use with your prospects, with your conversations, hey, listen, hang on. I'm getting excited about this. I'm going to take my jacket off for just a second. Hang on just a second. And you take your jacket off while you're on the call, because things are getting hot. Things are getting heated up.
Yeah, I can say that. Man, things are getting hot right now. I got to take my jacket off.
I got to take my jacket off, right? You've seen everybody who I have a conversation with. Heather says, oh, I'm getting arm sweat. Who wants to say on a call, I'm getting arm sweat, right? You're making me hot. You say that because this is literally, I'm allowing you to switch on the things. It's getting hot in here, up in here, up in here. right? So I would do that. And then when you're done with the call, your jacket's off before you make the next call, put it on, and then hey, listen, I'm here in Miami. It's in the hot sun. I got to take my jacket off. Hang on just a second. And now all of a sudden, it's not you complaining about the heat. It's about heating up things with your prospects.
Yeah.
You feel the difference? I mean, you're still in the car. It's still morning. It's Miami. And you're giggling about it. And now you've changed your 2 o'clock forever.
Yeah, that's the secret right there.
And I'd encourage you to take
different spot.
I'd encourage you to take a drink after work, not before. If you just heard that secret.
Yeah. No, that's just the big thing. I'm gonna like spin around or something right now.
Yep.
I can't physically.
Just walk around the car. Just do a 360 around the car to check, make sure there's nothing, right? Whatever. It's how can you do anything? If you are walking to the elevator, walk a different way. Walk around one car different and say, I'm in control of my body.
Yeah. And then like telling yourself that too. I'm in control of my body.
And out loud. So how many floors are in the building you're getting ready to go in?
7.
And you go to the 7th floor?
Oh no, there's 10. I go to the 7th.
You go to the 7th floor. Can you go to the 9th floor?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go push the button on the 9th floor, let the doors open, and then go to 7.
Okay.
Right. You see what's happening? Your body's going, are you freaking stupid? I'm telling you, it's little things like that. Go to the 8th floor.
Yeah.
Just different, because you're going to go, that's weird. Until you are saying that's weird, nothing weird can happen in your life. Only predictable can happen.
Yeah. That makes sense. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now.
I know you are. I know you are, because
was
that's how
to-
disciplined you are. If I say go do it, you'll go do it.
Yeah.
And you'll have an experience. I was just listening to Frank Kern yesterday, and he said, do you know how many times people have to engage, not just see, engage with any social media? Engage meaning click on the link, go open a file, go check out something. That's engagement, not just see your ad. Do you know what the new number is for how many times engagement has to happen?
Engagement? Is it
28.
Yeah.
Not just see your ad, engage with it. Click on it. Open up the post and look at the content that you wrote inside of the post, not just the headline. 28. Used to be 6 to 7. Now it's 28. So you have to increase your energy to lower that number. You have to increase your intensity. You have to increase your transmission of value to the prospect. And the way you do that is you let them hear a different story. Hey, listen, I'm excited in this conversation. I don't know about you, but I'm in Miami. The sun's coming in through the window here, and I got to take off my jacket. Hang on just a second.
Makes you more real.
Yeah.
Now they're like, okay, I get a lot of, is this AI? And no.
Oh, really? Oh, well then, yeah, I would. Hey, congratulations. If we ever needed an AI, I know who to call, but I would look at how to avoid that.
No, sir. I'll FaceTime you right now. They're like, no. I just want to make sure. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now.
Cool. Awesome. Go to the 8th floor.
Yeah. I just parked in a different spot, and I'm gonna walk around this parking garage differently, and then
yes,
and do a weird route.
And pay attention to where the resistance is. And when the old resistance shows up, hey, whatever you call your old story. Hey, Skippy, it feels uncomfortable, huh? Am I pissing you off yet? Because this is going to be a fun day. You are going to be pissed off today, old story. Hang on, Buttercup.
Will do. All right. Thank you so much, Don. I'll do that.
Brother.
Let you know how it goes.
Okay. See, there's the smile. That's the smile. That's the smile wasn't there when you sent me that message yesterday. I'm glad you got it back.
Yeah.
It was always inside you. Love it. Go enjoy. Anyone else? Last thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways, take with yous. Okay. I love you tons. No call tomorrow. Gonna let you have your Saturday. Work on your questions. On the 116 questions. They will change. Everybody that I've sent those to, the comment that comes back, they're only on 3 or 4 questions. They're like, how are you able to kick my ass in 3 questions? I'm like, I'm not kicking your ass. You're kicking your. I'm not there. Do you think I run over to your house, boot you in the booty, and run? No. I've asked questions. I've developed an ability to be able to create questions that force you to and the challenge is that it's such a fight with their old story, they won't get past question 20. They just won't. Why? Because they resist the shift that will happen. Yes, Zalik, I'll send them to you. Only if you promise to answer them. Because if I ask you in 30 days, did you get all the questions answered, and you say no, I can't send you anything in the future. It's just, I'm serious about how powerful these questions are. I know you promise, and I know you will. So, anyone else? Last thoughts, last questions, challenges, takeaways, take with you. 28 degrees here in Arkansas, yeah. Okay. I'm your head brain training. Get your butt into a different mode free mentor. I'll see y'all where?
The next event.
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Ricas.
Pura vida.
We love you, Mark. And some Lydias. Peace be with us all. And the queen of helping you get your new story in place, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss
Awesome.
Lee.
We love you, girl. And the little white fluffy. Gurgly.
Gurgly.
We love you, Fee. All right, everybody, love the heart, Zeke. So we'll see you all on a Monday. Bring a friend. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you, Sean. Love you all. Have